You should have stood and fought like a man, even if you're not one!
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is eSportsMonies, ESM, Mac10, whatever you want to call me, and today we're going to be going over my guide to jungling Sven. Looks like my frame rate is actually a bit too high, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that down just a hair. And anyway, Sven is a pretty efficient jungler. He's not terrible in the jungle. He's generally sent to the safe lane so he can accumulate as much farm as possible. But again, that being said, he is totally a fine jungler. I am going to be jungling him rather conservatively. I'm going to start with an Iron Talon, Tango, and a Great Cleave. At level 2, I'm going to get either 1 point in Warcry or Stormhammer. That's up to you. I prefer Warcry because of the low mana cost. I can kind of spam it versus Stormhammer. You're only going to get like 2 casts per, well, really like 1 and 1.8 casts for your mana. And then I'm going to grab a Stout Shield, a secondary Quelling Blade because the damage from Quelling Blade and Iron Talon's passives actually stack. And then I'm going to get Brown Boots and a Morbid Mask. I'm going to try to accumulate all of those items and level 6 by about 6 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm going to grab every single bounty rune I possibly can, and I'm going to use the Shrine once. I'm also going to have a secondary pack of Tangos sent out to me when I have my Quelling Blade and my Stout Shield sent out to me. At level 3 I'll get a second point in Great Cleave. At level 4 I'll get a point in whichever one I didn't get a point of previously. I try to keep just 1 point in here because it only scales with damage, doesn't actually increase the stun duration, decrease the cooldown, or mana cost. And I will get the ultimate whenever I can because that's what you do with Sven. So I'm going to wait till this spawns and then choke point jungle. I'm going to try to kill this as quickly as possible so that... Oop, I might have already whiffed it. The goal of this is to kill this camp as quickly as possible so that I can kill another one at level 2 because this choke point is really, really good. Also, Sven's cleave damage in terms of the AoE is reduced based on enemies' armor type, not amount of armor. So it doesn't matter which creep you're attacking for the most part. I'm going to go ahead and eat this tree and aggro these guys. And we have another choke point going on. I'm going to go ahead and grab, queue up my Stout Shield. Try to use the Iron Talon on the creep that has the most health to be as efficient as possible. Those two guys are both attacking me. I kind of care about that now, but once I have Stout Shield I don't because they actually do less damage than the Stout Shield blocks. So I'm not even going to waste my Warcry here because the cooldown is rather long at level 1. Okay, so those camps are cleared. I'm going to go ahead and eat a Tango and go kill another camp. Let me see what we have at the hard camp. We have Satyrs. That's actually not a terrible camp. I have to kill this. I'm going to wait 4 seconds and then gut the Satyrs. In a real game, I probably would actually have left and gone to contest the rune because I really, really, really want the rune. Alright, another Tango. And back this up. Try to only have one of those attacking me at a time. We're going to have the courier send me my items. And for this I can't actually, can't really do much. There's one melee and one range, so I'm going to just get attacked by them regardless. But that first guy actually does 50 damage, and if I could have... There's like, one of them does 50, one of them does 30. So as little of that as possible is preferred, because they both hit pretty hard. These guys are going to get me quite low. I might have to back off. In fact, I will. But maybe just a hint of kiting. Never cross me. You know, you guys know I like to live dangerously. And I burned a Tango that I didn't really want to, but hey, it's fine. It's 3 minutes, so we have creeps respawning. I am going to go use the Shrine now. Would have been nice if I were level 4 so I could burn down my mana some, but I'm not too concerned about it. I'm going to get to about 550 and then use that. Cost me no mana, even though again it's a very low mana cost ability. And with these guys I just kind of have to man up on them because of the fact that they're all ranged. And I'm not going to alternate for the sake of killing them quicker, or killing the whole group quicker, because I'd rather kill them one at a time to reduce the amount of damage being dealt to me. Grab another tree. And we have wolves. I'll grab the bounty rune now. Send that out to me. Whoop. I like to use armor bonus. I like to use defensive bonuses against the wolves just because they do a lot of damage relative to their health. It's kind of a common theme you'll see in my jungling guides. I'm gonna go ahead and cute Mask of Madness. I don't know if I necessarily want to buy a Mask of Madness, but I know that I want the Morbid Mask, just because one, it helps the jungling, two, it's just a really good item. So go ahead and queue that bad boy up. These guys do 14 damage, or the cup guy does 14 damage, and these guys do 32. So I generally attack them first, even though this guy is a little bit squishier. Now I will use this, I will stun them, and as soon as the stun wears off, then I'll use my armor then. And this guy does 52 damage, and this guy does 41, so I want to kill that big guy first. And creeps are about to respawn. I guess I will kill the medium camp here. I do have cleave. I'll focus the healer, because with him alive, that camp will just live forever. Though I probably should have held my Iron Talon there, in all honesty. Go ahead and grab the Bounty Rune and see what our medium camp is. I don't know if I really want to fight a large camp right now, because I'm only at 300 health. However, I do have all of my abilities ready.
My code compels me.
Forgot there's no rune right now. I'm going to back down to here. Oh, and I lost my choke. So that's a little bit annoying. Fortunately, I have a Quelling Blade and a Talon, so it's always off cooldown. Now, just for the sake of speed, I'm going to stun them.
At last.
And again, I don't really care. See, these guys are doing literally no damage to me because of the Stout Shield. And rune. 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 And I don't have any stun left, but I do have my E, and I have my Iron Talon, so gonna go ahead and Iron Talon this guy. These guys are probably gonna get me quite low. Really like to kill that big wolf before he can crit me down. Killed that group. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pause here. I didn't get there quite as fast as I did the first time I attempted this, but typically by about 6 minutes and 30 seconds, you should be about level 6 with a Morbid Mask. Again, this was kind of a bad run, so we're at 627. I'm about to be level 6. I'm really close, and I am pretty close. I need 116 gold to get my Morbid Mask, so ballpark. At least by 7 minutes, I'll be level 6, Morbid Mask, Brown Boots, Stout Shield, Quelling Blade, and the Iron Talon. Quelling Blade would probably sell, by like 15 minutes or so, just depending on what items you get. But I typically would upgrade my Boots of Speed to Power Treads from here, and then either worry about getting a Mask of Madness or Blink Dagger, or perhaps start working on my Echo Saber, which is something that I pretty much always build on Sven. But you guys get the idea. From here on out, it's sort of your call whether you want to buy that Morbid Mask and continue to jungle sort of indefinitely, or if you want to go to lane and farm, or if you want to start stacking Ancients, or really do whatever you want. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this guide helps you out, and peace.